Hypocrites. Lawyer OMIRHOBO attacks TINUBU for advising Nigerians to manage. Malcolm OMIRHOBO, the native doctor or traditional doctor lawyer that used to go to court with Surobo native attire or Igbe attire. Now, wow. So now, because TINUBU just made a maiden press interview, or how do I put it, and press conference, and was telling Nigerians to manage, and that is actually not going down well with so many Nigerians. And Malcolm OMIRHOBO has added his own voice. Let's hear directly from him. Okay. A human rights lawyer, Malcolm OMIRHOBO, had described President Bola Tinubu as a hypocrite following his presidential media chat. So OMIRHOBO said it was hypocritical for Tinubu to advise Nigerians to learn how to manage and control their electricity bills. Can you imagine? Boasting on X, the activist lawyer charged Tinubu to learn how to cut down the cost of governance before asking Nigerians to manage. Exactly. And he wrote, it is hypocritical for Tinubu to advise Nigerians to learn to manage by learning to control their electricity bills by switching off their light when he has refused to learn how to cut down the cost of governance. That is it. So during the presidential media chat, Tinubu had advised Nigerians to learn to manage by switching off their light to reduce their electricity bills. Can you imagine what is happening here? Recall that after assuming office in May 2023, Tinubu had hiked electricity tariff and removed the subsidy on fuel and floated the Naira exchange rate. I tell you. So on April 3, 2024, the electricity regulator raised tariff for customers said to be under the Band A classification, with customers now paying 225 Naira per kilowatt per hour. Can you imagine, from 66 Naira? So everything has gone up. And now Tinubu is telling people to learn how to switch off light. How can you tell people to switch off light? So, but meanwhile, do you switch off your own services? Do you switch off light? That's the question. You are enjoying your life everywhere, left, right, and center. We are your family from the taxpayers' money, and you are also bloating your cabinet, giving appointment almost every day. Special assistant on this, special assistant on that, special assistant on this, special assistant on that. The highest cabinet ever for now, and they are telling people to switch off. So Malcolm OMIRHOBO has come or called him out now to say it is hypocritical for you to tell Nigerians to learn how to cut costs in their homes. Meanwhile, you have refused to learn how to cut costs in governance. Okay, so you should start from you first. The same way Tinubu will tell Nigerians to bear with him, he knows their sufferings, he knows their pains, but nothing. He is not doing anything about it. The same way he will tell them that we should learn to sacrifice, but he himself and his cabinet members are not sacrificing, using Nigerians as scapegoat, as guinea pigs. Quite unfortunate, I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, a lot of people will share view with what Malcolm is saying, and that is it. All our politicians in Nigeria are very hypocritical. They will tell you, learn to do this, cut down this, learn to do this. But meanwhile, that is not what they do. Only to pay minimum wage that I've agreed with NLC now is a problem. Now the doctors in FCT are threatening to go on strike because of salaries and allowances that have not been paid for over 6 months. Other teachers and university lecturers are suffering there, nothing. Look at Christmas is coming now. Rather than people celebrating Christmas, people are dying. So, and meanwhile, the government is happy. And Tinubu is coming out to tell us that he has no regret removing fuel subsidy, meaning that this is the beginning of suffering. You know, he said it before he came to power that we should, reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians, and then they will be gentle. And that's exactly what he's doing. He has just impoverished Nigerians, turned Nigerians to beggars and slaves right here. And tell me why people will not run away from the country if they have to to be able to breathe. Eh? So this is very bad. Malcolm has said his own, and I think he made sense there. Somebody say, what do you expect from a mandate thief? Don't mind the man. That is it. They're giving it to him. They will be telling the citizens to manage, but they are busy embezzling the commonwealth of the nation, what a country called Nigeria. That is it. Look at the cases we have in court now. Look at the likes of Yaya Bello. Look at Gandola becoming the APC chairman. Look at the former governor of Delta State now, Koa, has been arrested, and even though he has been released, but then on what basis was he arrested? Embezzlement. All of them embezzling, left, right, and center. Most of the cases EFCC has, they are all stealing. Meanwhile, they will leave all of that and will go for, people who still yam in the market to feed their stomach because of hunger. They will judge their cases immediately and then conclude it. But meanwhile, these top politicians will be dragging because they have the money to get their way through. No, man, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. So now Malcolm X has called out, or rather Malcolm OMIRHOBO has called out TINUBU, stop advising Nigerians to manage when you are not managing on your own part. Look at all his foreign trips, his entourage is always bloated. He will carry, and then for the first time, anywhere he's going, he goes with his son. He's just like he's mentoring the boy on how to take over government. He's going with his family, going with everybody. He will have the largest entourage ever for international trips. Some say, does TINUBU knows that you exist? Of course, he does not know that anybody exists. That is the problem. So even the American OMIRHOBO that is talking, TINUBU does not know that he exists. That is it. Because he's not concerned about that. And I can see one of the tribal bygones here saying that TINUBU will surely secure a second term of 4 years in the next election in 2027. So that the suffering continues. That is it. So it means that anything anybody is saying now is to disparage or discredit TINUBU, but that will not stop him from getting an election or winning an election in 2027. No problem. All of you will suffer it. All of you will suffer it. Somebody here saying TINUBU is a failed leader, and incompetent, is full of lies and propaganda. Okay. So the thing here is quite unfortunate that we are in a system that does not recognize the existence of others. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. So now Michael OMIRHOBO has spoken his own. Let's see. Does TINUBU listen? He will not listen. He doesn't bother. Just like somebody wrote here. Does TINUBU know that you exist? He doesn't know that you exist. That is it. Whether you exist or you don't exist, it does not affect him. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment over what Malcolm OMIRHOBO X has said concerning the TINUBU statement during the media chat.